Despite living abroad, I remain an often proud, sometimes appalled, member of what can now be called the Australian race. That is because social scientists reject ethnicity as a test for race. They say that the truly defining characteristic of a race is how its history has contributed to a distinctive moral outlook that they wish to preserve and carry into their future. The confidence of a race apart that began its connection with the world as an open prison and is now the best example in the world of the possibility of the reformation of the human spirit. Our early colonists took a harsh but yielding land, richer than most for primary industry and for mineral wealth, astonishing in its grave and shimmering beauty. They took it, of course, from an ancient people who'd occupied it for thousands of years before the birth of Christ, and who must be included in any vision of Australian values, especially on Australia Day. After all, they have contributed greatly to those values. They taught the rest of us to dream, to be easygoing, to suffer adversity stoically, and to find our way through the bush. We've been joined over 2 centuries by people from Europe, America, and Asia, coming to Australia for refuge or for profit or for adventure, bringing vivid memories of what they valued most in their culture, their family life, and their tradition. And it's from this human minestrone that we draw the value of tolerance, of a national face that must be firmly set against discrimination of any kind. And of course, that is the ultimate test, isn't it? The greatest value of any civilized society, the extent to which it cares for its most vulnerable members. The values of Arthur Phillip, the compassion, the egalitarianism, the courage so far ahead of his time in 1788 are among the bedrock values of Australia today. We will not, I fear, have an interesting future until we tell of a more inspiring past, a past where we participated in and sometimes led human progress. A recent poll revealed that most Australians don't know what they're celebrating on January the 26th other than a holiday. It's time to tell them.
You talked about it right at the end of your speech about that it's time for us to have the courage to start writing down and articulating Australian values. What would they be if they were written down?
Well, I have drafted a preamble, which I won't read off by heart now, but I do think it's possible to put in the preamble to the Constitution or to the preamble of the Bill of Rights a section that will be inspiring, that will remember our history, and that we will, that school children will be able to learn as they learn in America, as they learn in Canada, and so forth, to be proud of their history, to identify it, to identify the particular acts of heroism, of compassion, of self-sacrifice that have made the history of people they can look up to.